So ultimately, what is a title split? Well, this generally works with, we'll always put it with blocks of flats, but it can work with other types of property as well. The key thing with a title split even is that you've got one block of units that are sold as a multi-unit. Okay, so a block of flats is a really great example. Let's say you've got a block of 6 flats. This is a singular block, so the properties are not individually saleable. That's the whole purpose of a title split, to take something that is one and to break it down into segments. Now, how can you liken this to something that we might all see in real life? Because if it's a new subject, it's easy to get a bit confused with how some of these things work. Well, the best thing that I can describe is a Kit Kat. Now, the idea of a Kit Kat is very similar to that of a title split for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you go to the supermarket to buy a multi-pack of Kit Kats, the bonus being you get one convenient package with lots of individually wrapped Kit Kats inside. Now, one thing that you'll notice on these wrappers is this little comment at the back. Multi-bars or multi-pack bars not for individual resale. Now that means that if you go to any shop and they're selling these individually, they shouldn't be. Much the same with a property that has got multiple units in it and the titles have not been split. Now the bonus of this is that if you split the titles, you've already got something that's pre-existing that can work for you. So with my Kit Kats, if I wanted to have these individually saleable, in theory, I've got my multi-pack, I can split the wrapper, and this will give us individual Kit Kats for everyone to enjoy. Now, in some instances, the other bonus of this is that you can take this wrapper apart and access all the individual things inside it. Now, where is that important? Well, think about it this way. With your property, you've got your outer wrapper, a bit like this, and inside you've got, say, your 6 flats. Again, you've got all of your individual bars inside that wrapper as well. Now, if you've got a property worth a lot of money in, say, the south of England, in places like London or Essex, for example, sometimes even when you split those titles down, it can be quite difficult to get funding on that, because by splitting the titles, it might increase the value beyond what a lot of lenders can actually cope with. Now, this is where introducing something called a master lease comes into play, because you start with your main building, you then access the individual units, but what you can do is create a master lease, which becomes your outer wrapper of the single units. As you open that master wrapper or that master lease, you've got the individual flats, or in this case the individual things of the Kit Kat, that will denote the individual leases. So you can have your freehold, your master leases if it's split over several blocks, and then your individual flats which are inside that wrapper. So you can keep opening the wrappers and building them down. This then means you can get multiple types of lending on the same property, but it's been split down so that the lenders can split that risk, meaning that you're likely to get more money as a result. So it's really useful. The key thing really with any title split is the fact that you're taking a wholesale product and converting it into a retail environment. So you're taking something that can only be sold as one, you're breaking that down into individual chunks, meaning that those individual chunks can be sold on. Now, unlike our Kit Kat in this instance, that's very much for a multi-pack, if you also go into a shop like Tesco's, you can get these where they can be sold individually. And that is how your properties come together. So I really hope that makes sense, and I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into how title splits work. You've got your freehold splitting into separate long leases with your individually saleable units as a result. If you're looking to make this part of your portfolio, the team at Harvey Bowes can absolutely help you and provide that guidance as to how you can get the money together and the borrowing against that split value so that you can get more money towards that day one purchase.
Looking to purchase a property for investment or development? Look no further. At Harvey Bowes, we pride ourselves in finding ways to make complex and niche deals work. Making sure to explore all the possible strategies and matching the right financing structure to the needs of each investor. Contact Harvey Bowes today. Property finance by investors, for investors.